always play ball, never AWOL. Or they mad now, cause they lost. That's on you, not on me. Lately my phone on D&D. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. My phone right back on D&D. It's like only rest if RIP. I got my wife, I got my kids. Probably got a few friends that I don't need. Not fake, never been fraud. Been great, still a little flawed. Always need sign when they call. Order up a drink while I'm sitting at the bar. Like, I need a strong tail, Nico make two. Honey Jack with a little bit of juice. CYA throwing up the dose. I'm all in. Little grub at black and blue. No sauce, that strip got juice. For dessert, I just need a little mousse. I'm starving. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. Need what I want what I need. Need what I want now. Like 1, 2, 3, giddy up. Heard you thought it was a drought, is you serious? Make one call, turn the city up. Cop a little attaboy for the pick me up. Standing on the green like Wimbledon. Match point set serve, going for the win. Try to stay humble, still going do it big. Don't assume I'm cocky, I'm confident. Earned every dollar for the time I spent. Hard times, they come and go. 10 toes, I never fold. I could never, ever, ever go. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need.
Let's get it going, man. Give me a Lima Charlie if you hear me loud and clear. Man, oh man. Fortress Friday. Answer that goddamn phone.
I'm here with you, damn it.
And you can slice. You can slice the face. You can slice the chest.
But you know what?
Let's get it.
It comes back to one thing.
It's back to fun.
But it's not for children, no. I'm fucking with grown folks right now.
Come on, man.
Raiders, make sure to remind folks to put Q colon in front of their question so that grabs my attention.
Put a key up front of it.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Goddamn YouTube correctional officers. I hope they pay you well.
Glad everybody stopped by, having a real good time, my guy. Rocky coming through, letting know he shoot goddamn rope for the bug out.
Pause.
Ron, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Ian, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member.
You know, they're gonna be like, he was a good man. Yeah!
Make sure you pedal the like button. Put me back in the goddamn algorithm.
Emotional, damn it.
Fun is definitely what we're going to be heavily focused on.
I think that everybody's on Sabinja's balls. They got them both cupped with the hands, like kind of like this. Like, let me cup them for you.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Chris, you know you got the goddamn hooked on phonics, sir. Here we go. I'm ambidextrous.
What more do you want from me?
I'm not a goddamn mathematician. I don't think Dwayne is here. My resident mathematician.
Man, let's get it. Hit that goddamn like button, man. Put me in the algorithm. Tell YouTube that Fortress Fridays is going down real quick. Appreciate the Lima Charlie confirmations. What is going on, man? Fortress Fridays back at it again. My name is Marine X in this piece, man. If you're here, you got a good goddamn head on your shoulders, bruh. Yes, sir, Bob. Man, let me know what you carried in your pockets today. How everything else is going today. Hopefully everybody's having a good one. And all of that good stuff. Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke something, bitch.
Chill out if you got them. And yeah, man, so it's just been kind of a chill one for your boy, man. So let's just kind of do, I guess we'll talk about what I'm smoking. A lot of people asked that off Jump Street. We're doing a Drew Estate Undercrown. I am a big fan of these, okay? These are easy smokers. I didn't light it very well. Kind of rushing to get I was already starting a live stream late. I hate myself. Hey, bro,
come on now.
Boosie, it's all good, man.
Come on, man.
But using the butane insert with the Zippos and all the other type of stuff. I like the smoker on this. I like the draw on this. I think it's a big smoky, just an easy smoker. So I'm a big fan of this altogether. If you're trying to find yourself getting away from like flavored cigars, then any of the Undercrown, Undershades, any of that type of stuff from Drew Estates, they're bangers. Drew Estates are my favorite cigar companies minus acids. I'm not really a big fan of the, not really a big fan of acids. Okay. But I do mess with it. Okay. I do mess with it. So that's what we're smoking on today. I haven't really decided on a drink. I literally just finished an espresso, kind of a late night espresso to tide me over as we dive into some of your questions. If you put a Q colon in front of your question, it helps me see your question a little bit easier. I'm going to just try to like browse the entire chat. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button and all that good stuff.
Are you not entertained?
Okay.
Are you not entertained?
It just lets YouTube know that you should push me out there in the algorithm. Hey, if we hit 10 super chats, we will do a giveaway. I put a CRKT squid in there as the giveaway, but I think I might do a giveaway of 2 different items. I'm feeling like 2 different items we can kind of do. So I'm thinking about the CRKT squid. We'll give one of these away, and this is just to really help cover the shipping. So here we go. So the CRKT Squid XM just dropped. CRKT just announced their 2025 catalog, and the Squid XM is, bruh, I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of this. I'm giving you one that I actually used. Okay, I'm just okay.
What?
I had to test it out. Okay,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
but it's a really well made knife. You can get them in D2 if you get the one that has the micarta scales. It comes with D2. It's a button lock. It's very well made. You can also get with the 14C28N, which comes with G10. That one's pretty dope as well. hit 10 super chats, we'll give this away. And I'm also probably going to give away a Woobin X2 Pro. Listen, the Woobin X2 Pro kind of hit everybody fast and hard and all that good stuff, just kind of deep up in there, just very unexpected.
Pause.
And the thing is, it's just like, I did a video on this and I didn't expect to like this so much. I have 2 of them. I don't want to be EDC gluttonous. Okay, Woobin sent me 2. Thank you, Woobin. I don't have a lot of white flashlights, so we're going to give away the black. When we hit 10 super chats, we will make that happen as well. So let me guys know where you're at, what the temperature is here in the DFW Metroplex. We had like some weird temperatures over the last few days. Okay, right now in the man cave, it's 48 degrees. Okay, I got a heater going to my right, so if you hear the heater, then just get over it, sir. It is what it is. We're just gonna have to suck it up,
Hey,
okay?
bro, come on now.
I don't care. I usually like clean audio,
Come on, man.
but it's cold in the man cave. You hear me? So that means I think it's in the low 30s. So normally I can keep the man cave 20 degrees warmer than whatever it is outside. Usually I can keep it about 20 degrees warmer than whatever it is outside. So, you know, that leads me to believe it's probably upper 20s, low 30s out there. Hey, Brent Bentley is here. Appreciate you kicking the goddamn door in, sir. Hopefully you're having a good one. I see you in the Discord. I'm not as active in there as I could and should be, but I see y'all out there. I appreciate you kicking the door in as well. Let's see. Neophyte is here. It says, hey, everyone. What up, man? Thanks for kicking the door in. 308 or 556 says, Pope Astro. Listen, this is what I would say, bro. I would say, can I say both? I don't know. I know it's a either or. I know it's a either or. But, you know, we're just, whatever we can kind of do to kind of make different things happen is what we like to do. Coming through, making that stuff happen. Ladies, let them know we appreciate that tough. Coming through real quick with the $20 super chat. We appreciate that. Yes, sir. Bob. Reed Larson with the $20 says, first super chat down. What watch are we wearing today? We're going to get that as well. Ladies, say hello. And I appreciate that real quick. Make sure y'all say thank you to Reed Larson. We appreciate that. Get a few more of these folks up out of here. Kill the music. Ladies, stay here for a second while I say hello to a couple of other folks here as well. Greg is here. Hey, what up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. We do appreciate that. Ladies, I might need you later. Go ahead, get up out of here. I might need you later. Go ahead, get up out of here. All right. So let's see. He says 308 or 556. Here, I would say this is I'm a big fan of my AR-10, which is a 7.62 by 51, but it also shoots 308. Now, 5.56, 223, those rounds are more readily available. They don't cost as much. So it's really up to you. But I really enjoy my AR-10. Like, I really do. So if you told me if I had to get rid of my Blackout, if I had to get or the 454, if I had to get rid of the 22 platform for my AR, if I had to get rid of the 7.62 5 by 51 platform, my AR-10, which one would I get rid of, or which one would I keep? You know, and that would be it. It would be the 308. So hopefully that kind of guides you in. Hey, Redskin Faithful, thanks for kicking the door in as well. Says, hey, what up, X? Hey, what up to you as well? Which type of caliber ammo are you stockpiling the most? That's so for me personally, whenever I see 22 long, I snatch it up. I buy boxes when I can. It just kind of makes sense for me, right? And so I normally will get that. I also would try to get 308. I know my AR-10 can shoot 7.62, but 308 is cheaper. I like shotgun shell rounds because they're relatively affordable, and that's great for home defense. But I can't stockpile too much because, you know, I am a family of 7, sometimes 10, depending on if we got extra family members here. Like, there is just not a lot of room in my, like, you would be led to believe, because my house is like 4,100 square feet, that, oh, X, you got the biggest house ever. Dude, when you got 7 to 10 people in your house at all times, okay, it ain't like you thinking it's boosted. It's just, okay, it ain't like you're thinking, bro.
Come on, man.
David, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. He says 308 and 9 mil. You know what's so crazy, sir? I don't even own a 9 mil. God, get me up out of here, sir. It's disgusting. I don't even own a 9mm. I had a choice when I got my Bodyguard by Smith & Wesson. And I got my Bodyguard. I was like, do I want to get it in a 380 or do I want to get the 9mm? And I decided to get the 380. Hate the trigger pull on it. Had to adjust that. But just to try something different. Simplify, thanks for kicking the door in as well. Rolo is here. What up, man? Thanks for kicking that door in. Let's see. Oh, speaking of, let's talk about the watch real quick. And I appreciate the donut. We might as well talk about the watch real quick. So yeah, I am rocking. Listen, I like the old school, like the chrono racing watches of years past. That's kind of what this is. This is a chronograph racing watch by Ver. And this is the R1. And the thing about this is, don't tell Ver I have a Mercedes leather strap band on this Boosie. Because listen, okay,
bro, come on now,
I know I shouldn't mix.
Come on, man.
But this is this is one of my favorite watches. It might be hard to kind of see that thing, but the Ver R1, it has the chrono features on it. When you click it, it automatically gets going and gets started. And so I'm just a huge fan of this. I think it looks really good. You can use it obviously instantly as a stopwatch. And the stopwatch gets going. Stop it there. Push the button to bring the stopwatch back. It's a really good looking watch. I think it's very classic. I am just not a big fan of wearing smartwatches. You know, to be honest with you, I wear a smartwatch to bed every single night for sleep tracking. And I just upgraded my smartwatch because Google Fi was offering basically 24 months of free credit for a smartwatch. Otherwise, I would still be on my TicWatch Pro 2020, which I bought in 2020. But I wear a Pixel Watch 3 to bed every night just for sleep tracking purposes. I love the way this watch looks. Love the way this watch. Let me get it back on the wrist, man. It's get me all googly and hearts in this thing. We're gonna talk about the knife I carried in the pocket as well, man. So listen, I carried the Provoke EDC. Provoke EDC was in the pocket today, and I like that the CRKT took the Provoke concept, the karambit blade, the aggressive look of it, and they calmed it down a little bit and gave it a more of a traditional, traditional EDC knife shape. But it still has the fun flick action of the Provoke. You can still use it as that home defense type of stuff if you see fit. I'm a big fan of this. I didn't know it was coming until they sent it out to me. Shout out to CRKT for sending this out. CRKT has been stepping their game up. They're no longer like the sleepy kind of like step up from a gas station watch as I kind of considered them to be in 2012-ish. They've definitely kind of stepped it up a lot. Now, this is aluminum for the actual frame itself. I think the steel's a D2. It's $175. It's pricey because of the mechanism, the craftsmanship, the design. It's a Caswell design coming from CRKT. And so that I kind of like it, but the price point is the thing that kind of makes me be like, we'll see exactly if that's something that we end up living with overall or not. So we got that on there as well. And then we are rocking. Listen, I'm trying to give the Streamlight Wedge XT another shot. The Streamlight Wedge XT, this one here, I think it's a 500 and a 50 lumen, so only 2 modes for this flashlight. When Streamlight sent this to me 2 years ago, I really poo-pooed it. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's too expensive at $80. It's hard to change, to reprogram each mode. I didn't like the lanyard. But you know what? I put it back in the pocket. This is it has a fantastic pocket clip. It kind of disappears in your hand when you're using it. It doesn't run hot on either one of the modes that you decide to set it on. It has different memory settings, so you can have it come on at 50 or 300. I can't remember the high lumen settings. Somebody can look it up and throw it in chat. And this is the perfect flashlight to let one of your kids play with and just like, oh, effing well if they lose it. Like, I'm just not really worried about it, Boosie. I'm not sweating it, bro.
Come on, man.
Okay. Streamlight Wedge XT back in the pocket. I'm hoping that Streamlight is going to give us an upgraded version of this, maybe drop the price a little bit. Streamlight, Surefire, they're laser focused on making top-notch weapon lights. And the lights that go in civilian pockets is not really a big priority for them. It's just kind of like they do it, but they don't really sweat it too much. They don't really sweat it up, incredibly much. Then we also are rocking the wallet is in my normal wallet area. Let me grab it. Is it over here or did I put it away? Hold on. One job, X. Got one freaking job, bro. We're rocking the Dango M1 Maverick. This is a big, bulky wallet. The only reason I pulled this wallet out is because, so me and the wife went to the Dango on the strip club, okay? Let's just start the story off there. So there we were. So there we were at the strip club. Ladies, give me a little bit of mood setting. Okay, so we were at the strip club enjoying ourselves, and we had a ton of extra cash. I don't have a lot of wallets that can carry a ton of bills. So what led me to believe, had a bunch of extra bills laying around because we didn't use all of it. So it's really good for kind of storing your extra bills and stuff like that. But it's a big bulky wallet. I don't carry it very often. It does have a multi-tool built in. You could take that out if you want to reduce it down a little bit. You can put your ID on this other side. It is kind of like built like a brick. It is kind of built like a brick, but I'm a big fan of this. If you're looking for a wallet that you can basically beat someone over the head with and you're going to be, I mean, then that might be for you.
Bro, what are you talking about?
This
man?
might be for you if that's what you're looking for. All right. So just a little bit of everything in the pockets. We're kind of just a nice loadout. Let me know what you carry to your pockets today. Let me know what you're sipping on. Will I crack open a bourbon or a rye? I think that could be a possibility. We might have to do that just to kind of enjoy ourselves as well. So let me move this out the way. Let me see what questions you have. A Q colon in front of your question normally helps me see it a little bit better. So if you put a Q colon in front of your question, I kind of normally see it a little bit better. Not a requirement. I'm going to just kind of surf down the chat and see what we see here. It says Semper Fi. Says Gray Warrior Defense. Hey, thanks for kicking the door in. Did I dip it in cognac, bro? I absolutely hate cognac, sir. Send me to the upper room, man.
Upper room.
I know I'm not black, right? Bro, I hate almost all cognacs. Hennessy, like any Cavassier, name a cognac, I probably don't like it. For me, they're normally not. They're just a little bit too bitter. So there's like a difference between bitter and sour on your tongue. I think that bitter lays on the outside of your tongue and it like absorbs your entire mouth. That's how I like tart stuff, like black coffee, black espresso. I do not like cognac. It's usually only 80 proof, which is like a waste of a drink. Most of the bourbons and ryes I drink, almost all of them are like 94, 100, 110. You know, the other night I was drinking 137 proof Elijah Craig, which had me on my goddamn ass. Congratulations. So no, I did not dip it in cognac, man. He said Padron, man. Talking about for your cigar, or a Rocky Patel. Rocky Patel's fantastic too. Rocky Patel makes some great cigars. Those are the type of cigars you can also buy them in big boxes. Just kind of have them at the ready and all that good stuff. Victoria, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Colin is here, says, what up, man? Says, new subscriber, great content. Your recommendation for best home solar generators. Bro, it's just, man, first off, how much storage do you want for the home solar generator? Do you want 1 kilowatt? Do you want 2 kilowatts? Are you just trying to go like balls to the wall? Do you want 5 kilowatt? Do you want app support? Like, let me, Colin, let's talk for a second, man. Let's talk for a second. Colin, let me bring you in close, sir. Come on, have a seat, Colin. Listen, do you want like a lot of app features? Do you want it to be very flexible for use cases? Do you want it to just kind of be very cheap? Like, how much storage do you want? You want to be able to run a refrigerator? Like, what's your goal with a home solar generator? Because I've reviewed a lot of them. And I'm not an expert on it. There's a lot of YouTube channels that are way better than me, but I know what the hell I do and don't like. So let me know what you got, man. Let me know exactly what you're looking for, those features wise. Colin, I'll look out for if you're still here, I'll look out for your comment. It says Dr. Prepper 1000 amp hour power station. What is that like? Well, depend on how many volts that's running at, that's normally what, like 1800 watts if it's running at 12 volts. That's like a decent power station. I've never heard of Dr. Prepper. Not too worried about the apps, the free. Okay, so I'm reading your comment here. It says, need the fridge, have 2 little kids, baby monitors, phone charging, all that good stuff. Okay, then if you're not worried about the apps, you want to keep a refrigerator running, I say, for at least an entire day, maybe even through a weekend, baby monitors, stuff like that, then I would recommend the Alcatel P2001 Plus. The app is trash. It's a little bit like the device itself makes noise. The fan is a little annoying, but the price is right, bro. I just did a review on the Alcatel P2001 Plus on my channel. If you go to my channel and check it out, it normally sells for like $749 and it's 2048 watt hours. So you're paying like 41 cents a watt hour. Like, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. You're going to see my complaints about it, but for that price, it's hard to beat. And what you're trying to keep running, you can go for a 1 kilowatt, like a Jackery 1000 or like a EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus or the Anker Solix C1000. Those are all 1 kilowatt power stations. But to keep a fridge and baby monitors and all your devices running, that thing's going to it's going to be depleted pretty quick. I would go for at least a 2 kilowatt. Now, if you want the whole shebang, right now my favorite is the Dapson, but that thing's like $1,200, so it really is up to you. Let's see. Jeff says, that's nice. Appreciate that. Nice looking here for Rolo. It says, just getting into work, says 6-string beard EDC. Just getting into work. Got the Kaiser Militaw in the pocket. My bad, the screen's far away. An Olight, I think that says I3T, CRKT minimalist in the with the Flatanium scales. In the Rocatel G Gen 3 multi-tool field trip, because I know what most of that stuff is, but one of those items that you mentioned, I don't know what that specific. I'm gonna put your comment back on the screen. The Kaiser Militaw, I think that's what that says. Let's see. La da 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 da. We'll put this here because it's always just kind of see if we can find something new. Is it something that people like? Okay, so this is what you're rocking here. S45EN, if that's the one that you have, or the S35. This is obviously popular for them. They've made it in a lot of different flavors, a lot of different variations.
Hey,
and,
bro, come on now, dog.
bro, they got a lot of different versions of this shit.
Come on, man.
The one that jumps out at me is the $159 S35EN. I wonder if they are rocking Crucible. I like the way this looks, bro. Not gonna lie to you. I kind of like the way this looks. $159 titanium in micarta. Kaiser has really good customer service from what I've experienced. Yeah, they're always innovating. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and save this to my discoveries tab. Appreciate that, sir. You got a good goddamn head on your shoulders, man. Okay, I appreciate that. Learning has occurred. Learning has occurred. I appreciate that. Love the channel, says Paul Rhodes. Hey, Paul, thanks for stopping by, man. In Louisville, it is cold AF. 9 inches of snow and ice Sunday, Monday. Another 3 inches today, sir. Just throw me up out of there. Bro, if those are the temperatures I got to deal with, just throw me up out of there. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, so Louisville, Kentucky, you know, all those kind of like bluegrass states, all that type of stuff. They're like right next to one another. I understand the temperatures that you're going through. Okay. Congratulations on 100,000. Thanks for all the great content, says Mike and Ice EDC. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for stopping by. And thanks for being a goddamn man. We appreciate that, man. You almost coming through with a freaking a 2-pack for months. I appreciate that. So here's the thing is I'm down here in Texas and I'm okay. I like the cold. I don't like the snow and ice part. I love the cold. I love cold weather. I like putting on layers. Like right here in the man cave, I said it's 48 degrees. I got a heater going. I'm wearing 2 different layers. I'm wearing some decent pants by Vertex. I'm wearing some really great socks by Fox Socks. Not, you know, some folks are channel sponsors, but they're not sponsoring this. And I'm warm AF. I know right now if Mrs. X comes out here, she'll be out here for like 3 to 4 seconds. And
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
She's like, oh, it's too cold. I'm out of here. But you need to wrap up that live stream if you want to go 20 toes. I'm like, okay. I will listen. I will listen if that's the case. That won't be anything I shy away from. Coming from Italy. You're talking about Italy, Texas, or like Italy, the beautiful country? Like Perfume Temple. Tell me that you're coming from like Italy, the beautiful country. I'm going to go by your thumbnail that you're in Italy. I'm going to imagine you're in Florence. You're right next to the river. You're eating at a lovely restaurant. You live in some type of like a flat where the elevator is so cramped that if 2 people are inside, that it's very, very, very tight. You prefer to take the stairs. Your cousin's a pharmacist. He's married to an American who taught him English, but his primary language is Italian. You hate when tourists come from Rome and disturb the pleasantries of Florence. It's all the damn vibes, bro. I just described everything because Italy is me and Mrs. X's favorite vacation spot. All right, she has a cousin that lives in Florence. She's married to a pharmacist. So these are just things that pop into my head, okay? So hopefully you're having a good one out there. Keep up the great work. Hey, Greg, I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Paul says, I appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Big fan of the channel. I just got the nutsack sling bag. Congratulations, sir. Where'd you get that from?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You got the nutsack sling bag. You got a good goddamn head on yours. I love the nutsack sling bag. Nutsack just celebrated their 10-year anniversary. I want them to keep innovating. I want them to come out with some more stuff. There's so many of my favorite companies that traditionally don't go to blade shows. Segue, I should raise my hand when I'm changing subjects, right? So listen, so many of my favorite companies don't go to blade shows. Blade West, Blade Texas, Blade Atlanta, they don't go to them. So I'm gonna go to SHOT Show. You know how long it took me to get admitted into SHOT Show. I tried in 21, 22, 23, and 24. But you know what? We made it this year, okay? SHOT Show is so hard to get in if you're not an exhibitor, which is a company, if you're not a part of their membership program, or if you're not a really big media company, right? So like if you're Blade HQ, if you're like knifenews.com, if you're writing articles about weapons and stuff like that, you're good to go. It was a struggle, but I made it this year. And the thing that really pushed me over the top was hitting 100,000 subscribers. So I appreciate all y'all that subscribe to the channel because that allows for me to have more clout when I apply to be a media personnel to go to SHOT Show. They looked at the number of subscribers I had. I verified that it was my channel. I paid the registration fee as a media member. Now I got to book my tickets to Vegas. And I get to bring coverage of SHOT Show to you guys. And you get to see all the new shit that's dropping. CRKT's dropping some new stuff. Vertex is dropping some new stuff. Next Tool's dropping some new stuff. Premier Body Armor's dropping some new stuff. There's so many companies that are dropping shit at SHOT Show. And I'm going to be out there for y'all. So we got to make that happen. We definitely have got to make that happen. Speaking of knifenews.com, listen, I want to talk about this. So CRKT just dropped their lineup, and just like that, the thing is freaking humongous, okay? No, I'm just saying the catalog is big. It's big. And so here's the thing is CRKT 2025 lineup is here. It's huge. They sent me this Nezmuk, the minimalist. They sent that out to me. I featured that today on the channel. They sent this Twist T compact to me, the OTF. It's a Magna Cut blade. It's manufactured in the United States. So I got to feature a lot of these. I can't believe how many knives CRKT just dropped on our freaking heads. Like, they dropped a lot of knives on our freaking heads, and it is what it is. So they sent the catalog out to me physically as well. And so the dealer workbook, I think that it contains even more knives that they're going to be releasing throughout the year. I don't know how much of this dealer workbook I can show you guys. So I'm just going to kind of show you, like, broadly speaking, the dealer workbook itself. But I like companies that still physically make a notebook that I can put my hands on. I can put my paws on, right? And so they have a lot of just dope stuff that's coming out here soon. And I'm just hoping that as we get more stuff throughout the year, that we're really going to be treated for a number of different items from CRKT. So I think that that's pretty dope that they dropped that freaking bomb on top of us. That is very, very nice. Also, Benchmade just dropped their catalog as well. Benchmade dropped their catalog. Of course, you can tell beginning of the year, a lot of these companies are dropping new stuff. I'm excited for that stuff, whether it's prep stuff. Folks like Arando's Adventure Company, who owns Essie, Baskelite ASC, who makes fantastic survival and prep stuff. We also have power station companies like EcoFlow. They just dropped some new power stations. They sent me one out to test out. Like, this is a great time to be an everyday carry and to be ready to protect your family with SHTF prep and all that good stuff. They're just evolving over and over. 2025 Benchmade catalog shows off their new flipper in a slip joint. So I'm assuming it doesn't lock, being a slip joint. And so they have a decent sized catalog as well. They call it the 491 flipper. They have the 315 slip joint. They have a fixed bug out. Like, could you freaking believe a fixed bug? What?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
What?
Come on, man.
Here's the thing. A fixed bug out. Does that mean that they, like, reinforced it with, does that mean we get full tang goodness? That's the first question, right? To be a fixed bug out, I'm assuming we're going full tang, right? This is scheduled. It's not going to be released until September. So that's a long ways away. All right. So I thought that was a bolster bug out. So for a bolster lock. So I wonder if they are going to show a preview of this. Let me see if I can see what this is going to look like on the locks. So that's the show side. What does the lock side look like? It's going to be $400. It's a lot of damn money. And they don't really, it still looks like a crossbar lock. All right. Anyway, so they just dropped theirs. Let me go look at this fixed bug out. Is it actually, they don't have a link for it. Oh, they don't have a link for it. Of course, we can always check out the bug out folder, but that's a very interesting that they're dropping their new stuff as well. And so I'm excited for just the things that are going to be coming out this year. So SHOT Show 2025, we're going to be out there. If you're going to be out there, let me know. Okay, let me know if you're going to be out there. Another thing, I wanted to shout out. I have the link in the description of this video is my PO box, guys. If you ever want to send me stickers, like, I'm not being funny. When my description box says send me stickers, I literally do mean send me stickers. Okay. Since that address has been there for a long time, if you send me stickers, I put stickers on my iPad Pro. I also have a man cave, a cigar humidor, and a cigar refrigerator. I put stickers all over that. So New River Knife Works, established in 2011. I forgot the name of the bubba that sent it. If you're watching this, I apologize. I forgot your name, but he sent me out a gang of stickers. This one's going on to the cigar humidor. I have a blank spot. Someone sent me a sticker out. Then that's going to go right here on the iPad. So I hope that you're able to knock that out for me as well. I'm a big sticker guy. I don't know why. I don't know. I've been that way since I was a kid. I've been real big into Hot Wheels. I had literally, my mom kept my damn Hot Wheels since I was a kid. I'm just
what?
No, I'm just saying. Listen, put your listening ears on.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
My mom kept my Hot Wheels from the age when I was 5, and she gave them to me 4 years ago. Now my 4-year-old, my 3-year-old, they play with my Hot Wheels. I think that is freaking awesome, bro. I mean, you got Hot Wheels that were given to me in 1991, 92, maybe a couple of them from like 1989. Like, these are some old ass Hot Wheels. And now in 2025, 2024, My sons are playing with them. They're tearing them things up though. They're not they're not gonna make it to my grandsons. Okay, I'm gonna have to set a couple of them to the side, and then maybe those can make it to my grandsons. If any of my 5 kids were to have a male, then it will make it to one of my grandsons. We'll see how that goes as well. So looking forward to that. It's gonna be an interesting shot show this year. Raise my hand, changing subjects again. X, you gotta raise your hand when you're changing subjects. So we're expecting 2,000 media. I'll be one. Okay, congratulations. We're in that thing. 50,000 attendees. This is going to be, so this is January 21st to the 24th. I'll be there on the 20th, Inauguration Day. Shout out to President-elect Trump. I want my presidents to be successful. Okay, just like I say, shout out to President Biden. I want you to be successful. If he was or not, that's up to you. Subjective. But I'll shout out to Inauguration Day. I look forward to that. I look forward to the day after, where I will be already in Vegas. There's a lot of folks out there. So this is just going to be one of those dope ass events where, you're going to really be able to decide, do you want to up anything specifically for your SHTF? If you're already into the supply chain game, if you're into weapons or whatever, all that type of stuff is going to be here, ready to rock and roll. If you're able to go, sometimes you're able to go if you're already up in that thing, then it is what it is. So if you get an opportunity to kind of step your foot up in there, man, if you see me there, I'll be the black guy with locks. I think I'm pretty easy to spot, Boosie. I think I'm pretty.
Bro, come on now, dog.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I'm 6'2", 225 pounds, and I got locks. I think I'm being pretty easily identifiable. All right. So if you see me, feel free to come up. Don't pocket check me, though. I don't fucking like being pocket checked. I don't like it. The last people I let pocket check me was the Crispy Donut Community, CDC. Those guys, they were real cool with it. They had a camera in my face. I felt real pressured. I didn't know what to goddamn do, Boosie. I didn't know what to do, bro. So they pocket checked me and I fucking did the shit.
He needs some milk.
I did it, but I didn't want to, but I decided I was going to do it. All right. But get back to your questions here real quick as well. So let's see. What cigar are you smoking on? I talked about that earlier. I'm smoking on the Drew Estate Undercrown. This is the Undercrown or Undershade? Undercrown. What variation of Undercrown? I don't remember. But I buy them in boxes of 20 in my local cigar shop. Support your local cigar shop if you get an opportunity. In Georgia, it's 35 here in his specific city. Boy, I love me some Georgia. Like, the women in Georgia are built different. The women in Georgia are built different. Don't tell Mrs. X. Come here real close. Let me tell you something real quick, bro. Let me tell you something. The women in, matter of fact, do I have a B-roll of what I'm smoking? Here, this is what I'm smoking right here. There you go. You wonder what I'm smoking? I forgot I had this up here. Underground Shade by Drew Estate. Ecuadorian, Connecticut. The binder Sumatran. The filler is Dominican. It's 5 inches by 54 in gauge. And it's a Robusto. Real easy smoker. One of my faves. I don't have a bourbon poured up yet, but I have one in mind. I'm not sure what I'm going to go with yet. I did some B-roll for the actual bourbon. I probably will go with this, but we'll see. When I smoke this, I get sweet cream. I get nuts. I get toast with jelly. I get honey. That's why I buy this in boxes of 20. It's a real easy smoker. Real easy smoker. So I think we're going to pair, if I do have a sip, I might pair it with a Pikesville rye, or we're going to have it with a bourbon. Either one of those two. But if you're looking for something, as I mentioned earlier, to kind of get you away from the traditional flavor cigars and stuff like that, I can't recommend this enough, especially if you do decide to pair it with a rye, which I love. Pikesville. Pikesville does come from Heaven Hills Distillery, which is a kissing cousin of Elijah Craig, aged 6 years. These kind of go well together and all of that good stuff. So that is what I am smoking on and probably going to drink on as well. Listen, let me just tell you something. I was talking about them Georgia girls. Them Georgia girls are built different. Those Georgia girls are built different, bro. They are built different. And so, listen. So Mrs. X and I have this agreement within our marriage. We have a great marriage, right? We have this agreement in our marriage that, if she sees a woman that interests her, she can They can go off and frolic and be women. All right. There's nothing wrong with women being women. All right. If they decide to go 20 toes with one another, then that's a-okay. She can't go pound town with a man though. That's not absolutely not. No, it's not allowed. Okay.
Come on, man.
But that goes the same thing for me, sir. Okay. The woman part, not the man part. The woman part. All right, let's clarify that. Let's clarify that. Make sure you throw your comments or your questions up here, and we'll see which one you got going up here. It says, I went the same way. He has a Saint Victor AR-10 stacking at 308. So I have an Armalite. Armalite, they're the OGs for the AR-10. I don't know if they had the original patent. Somebody correct me in the comments, but I went Armalite. I felt like if I'm going to get an AR-10, put some respect on the goddamn name. Went Armalite with mine. Now I have furniture on mine from Woox, W-O-O-X. I can't pronounce the name of it. So I have furniture for the hand guards and stuff like that. But he says I gotta get a 9mm 21.6 killer, bruh. Sir, you might be right, man. It's a disservice not to have one. I feel like that, right? I feel like it might be a disservice not to do that. Bryson's in his mug. I see you outside, sir. Thanks for kicking the door in. Hey, Black Guns and Gardens. Hey, thanks for kicking the door in, man. Hopefully you're having a good one as well. Zuckerberg watch. Hey, I do have a high-speed, low-drag watch, but this thing here is a quartz movement instead of an automatic movement. Makes it a little bit more affordable. Also, the standby time is like crazy. Because sometimes when I'm wearing this watch, there's a possibility that this watch may not actually see the light of day for 2-3 months because I'm wearing other watches. And when I pull this thing out of the watch holder that it's in, it's normally ticking. It's normally still going. So I can appreciate the fact that it has a decent standby time no matter what's going on with this specific watch. So that makes life a lot easier as well. Let's see. You know, I got to make sure I know you told me how to pronounce this before. Is it, I know you don't pronounce the J. Is it Javin? Somebody break it down phonetically in chat for me. Hey, X, any progressing on the Fly Eagles Fly wooden tray? Big thanks, dog. So listen, I got your DM. I DM'd you back the actual, what it would look like. If you want a Fly Eagles Fly tray, don't tell anybody in Dallas. No one in Dallas is watching this, right? No one in Dallas is watching this, right? Hey, listen. So what he's talking about is on my website. I sell a EDC tray. Matter of fact, it's the tray that I'm using right here that that holds some of my items. All right. So this EDC tray, it's made of walnut, and I make it. I have a manufacturer that makes the tray itself, but I finish it here in the man cave. And normally in the middle of the tray, it says "Go Pound Sand." All right. And then down here, it has a MarineX logo. So he wanted a tray that had the Fly Eagles Fly logo for the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, I live in Dallas, Texas. All right. So it was my computer almost didn't download the goddamn logo, bro.
Come on, man.
It almost didn't download the logo, bro. It was like close to not doing it. But, you know, we were able to, I think you sent me a logo. We were able to make it happen. But if you put your order in on my website, and I will, and then after you order, if you can put in the notes, that you want the Fly Eagle Fly, or send me an email or DM me on Instagram. Email might be easier because I get a lot of DMs on Instagram, and tell me, hey, this is the order for the Fly Eagles Fly. And so when I make the order, I'll know that you want this specific tray to have the Eagles chant or logo. Is their chant, their logo? What is it? You want that to be on here. So yeah, just put that on there. That will remind me to do it. Okay. So to answer your question, how's the progression? There is no progression. I did the sample for you, and then I haven't done anything with it since. So let me know if you want me to do that. I'll knock it out for you. Let's see. Piranha is in here as well. I own the regular Provoke. You know what's so crazy is because the regular Provoke, do I have one? Let me see. Is this the regular provoke? Yeah, this is the regular provoke right here. So the regular provoke, listen, there's a lot of things that I am. An evil genius is not one. So I did a video today. I've tested out the provoke at a blade show. I've never owned one before, but I've been at a blade show and they had a provoke, dummy provoke, so you can see how to open it and all the other type of stuff. I didn't know it had a recess pocket clip. It does. But anyway, the regular provoke is dope. It's the blade shape is a little bit too aggressive versus the provoke EDC, right? For my I'm gonna do a 100,000 subscriber giveaway stream, and I'm gonna give away this provoke. But I love the shape of the provoke EDC versus the traditional provoke, because it's just like, this is a little bit less aggressive to pull out. You know, the other day I was at a cocktail party and everybody's dressed up. Most of the people there are black, right? So to pull this out, first off, it's rare when other folks at the parties I go to have pocket knives on them, but it's extremely rare that someone's gonna have a knife like this on them. All right, so it's a lot easier, a lot less intimidating to pull something out like this versus the OG provoke. But they're both pretty dope, not gonna lie to you. If you want to have that a part of like your defense kit or something like that, 100%, I would go for that. Let's see. That's nice for a belt carry. Which item are you talking about, Rolo? It's probably something I showed earlier. Let me know. Drop a comment on what you were talking about. Looks thinner than the original provoke. It is thinner, definitely 100% thinner, and it's lighter, and it fits in the fifth pocket, right? So, you know, like jeans have that fifth pocket. I was wearing some American Eagle jeans the other day, and the provoke EDC slid right in there. All right, here in Texas, you know, a lot of nightclubs you go to, you get patted down for guns. I think they pat you down also for I think they pat you down for knives. I'm not really sure, but the guy patted me down for a gun, and of course I knew we were going into a club where you couldn't take one in, so I locked mine up in my lockbox in my vehicle. But it was nice to be able to also still have a little bit of protection inside of the club via the provoke EDC, because it just fits right in that fifth pocket. So I think that was like just kind of like a nice to have. Let me see just how small it looks. Do I have let's see. So this is what me and Mrs. X the other night. This is the outfit I was wearing when I had that provoke in my pocket. And so it was like one of those parties where you had to be over the top dressed. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and drop it in my fifth pocket and just keep the boomstick locked up in the vehicle. Googly eyes in the chat from Mrs. X. Put some goddamn googly eyes in the chat from Mrs. X, because you know she got one on there, okay? But yeah, so it was a chill night, man. Real chill night. And it was just easy to kind of throw that into the pocket. Let me see if I can find the actual video itself. I think it's right here. Here you go. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, let me go back before we get copyright. But yeah, it fits easily in your pocket with no issues. So we got that on there. Let's see. Back to your questions over here. He got Batman gadgets, bro. Let me see, Damon. I'm telling you, man. I'm a gadget person. I'm a tech head first. I'm be honest with you. Like me and tech, we're like tight. We're super tight, bro. I'm a big into tech. You see all these goddamn cameras. If I could show you all the screens I'm looking at right now. Like, I'm a big fan of tech. The things that bring me pleasure, just checking out tech. I like microphones a lot. I don't know. I enjoy that type of stuff. But I'm a big fan of like prepping and making sure my family's good to go. You know, so that type of stuff I'm a big fan of as well. So we just kind of do both of them. Mikey Daily Carrier. What up, man? I seen you outside, man. I've been checking out your videos. on the slide. I see you've been dropping great, just consistently dropping content. Some of the OG EDC folks like have been like kind of not dropping videos as much lately. Like, what's going on? Like, anybody can somebody let me know? I haven't been seeing content from like Everyday Minimalist. I haven't been seeing content from Ron Kwok. I haven't been seeing a lot of content from Zero. I'm kind of like, and then it's kind of like the opposite end of the totem pole, because back again is Zach in the Wild. He's back posting after a while. Congratulations, man. Like, back at it again is Zach in the Wild. But you know, so we still got LLOD still posting. Of course, Neves Knobs, he's always posting. Talent Size posting. But I see you, Mikey. I see you, bro. Says my EDC work backpack loadout, EDC vlog number 3. I had that saved in my watch later. Trust me, I know you outside, man. I know you outside. So I appreciate you kicking the door in as well. Make sure y'all drop Mikey a follow. Make sure y'all, matter of fact, let me go ahead. Go ahead, grab your channel real quick, bro. Oh, this is what we gonna do. We gonna mod you up. Let me mod you up. And in that way, you should be able to, there you go. If you're still here, Mikey, drop your comment, drop your channel in the chat, bro. Appreciate you kicking the door in. Let's see who else we got up in here. Eric is here as well. Colorado Mountain High. Hey, listen, it's so crazy because Colorado is above sea level, like far above sea level, like above altitude, above 5,000 feet, right? Because of that, a lot of people that live in the DFW Metroplex says that it feels colder here than it does in like Denver. The temperature literally is colder in Denver, but it feels colder here in Dallas. I don't understand it. I don't know what all that stuff means, right? You know, said I don't know what all that stuff means. Oh, you say Everyday Minimalist got a regular job, so YouTube hit the back burner, bro. No, listen, I will holler at Brandon myself, but no goddamn excuses, bro. I'm just,
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Bro, I got a full-time job. Listen, I got a full-time job that works me easily 40 hours a week. I got 5 kids. I do most of the maintenance on a 4,000 square foot house myself because Mrs. X ain't out there turning wrenches. You know, I pump out 4 to 5 videos a week. I see zero excuses. I really don't see why you can't give up an hour of sleep to work on YouTube content. Like, that's just how I like to roll. Like, if you really want to do content creation, I really see the ability to give up 1 hour of sleep to be able to make stuff happen. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I'll holler at him. You know what I'm saying? If he needs a little bit of figuring out work-life balance, I definitely can help you out with that. He says, I'm the whitest guy and I fuck with cognac, sir. Okay, sir, man, smoke them if you got them, drink them if you got them. I guess it's, I guess I'm the weirdo, right? I guess I'm weird like that, right? I guess I really need to step my game up, man. Yeah, you got a good goddamn head on your shoulders, bro, okay? You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, being of the whitest of white don't mean nothing, okay? My favorite cowgirl, there she go right there. Fattest ass on YouTube, all right? She's just such a cutie. She's pretty white. Would y'all not agree? So it'd be like that sometime. What do you think of the Cloud Defense Weapons Light, says Redskin Faithful. Field trip. I don't know what that is, sir. Let's look it up. Let's see. All right, so we go Cloud Defense Weapon Light. It's so crazy because the light, I can't handle a gun on live stream. It's against YouTube terms of service to handle weapons during a live stream because they want to prevent people from unaliving themselves during a live stream. So I don't even remember what light I have on my AR-10 or my 5.56 right now. But we can go check out what you're talking about real quick. So let's see, age verification. Nah, we'll do that later. I should be able to still look around. Well, the price point leads me to believe that they must have a good warranty and good customer service for $349, because that's the first thing that jumps out at me. They have Surefire and Streamlight prices when it comes to their weapons lights. I know that Olight's trying to get into the weapons light game. So is Woobin. I like Olight and Woobin for EDC, but I just don't trust them to put on my weapon, because when I put a weapon light on my weapon, I need the standby time to be stupid good. I want the company to use super high-end batteries, so I prefer to use like LiPo 4 batteries or something like that, or just lithium-ion batteries that have a really good build quality where I may not touch the weapon light for 6 months, but if I go to use it, it should work. You know, I put a weapons light on my home defense Mossberg 500. If I need to clear my house, I'm not going to be running around the house turning on lights before I look for the enemy, right? So if I grab my Mossberg 500 out of my closet, I turn on the weapons light, it should fucking work. So I don't depend on Woobin and Olight for stuff like that. I'd lean towards Streamlight, Surefire. I've never heard of Cloud Defense, but I'm going to put them on my Discoveries tab because I can't really give you an opinion of what I think about them because I know nothing about them. I do know it is rocking. I'm like the Candela makeup, 100,000 Candela. Like, that's really good right here. So that's the first thing that jumps out at me. 300 yards is cool. That's cool and all. But the Candela makeup is like blowing Olight out the water. 1250 lumens is cool, but I like the Candela makeup. That's what really jumps out at me. And oh, look, another thing that I like is, you may not be able to see this, but they're Buy American Act certified. They're Buy American Act certified. And so I audit a lot of contracts. And if your item is Buy American Act certified, that means that you can sell to the government. Your item can be put on troops' weapons and go into battle, because we can trace where every single part of your light came from, right? We can trace that it came from Buy American Act qualified countries, like maybe it came from Italy. Maybe some of your parts came from Canada. Maybe some of your parts came from Mexico. So we can trace that type of stuff. So that, I like that a lot, Redskin Faithful. Those two things may lead me to believe I need to check them out. Crown and Ice, like, sir, what is, no, sir, what?
Hey,
no.
bro, come on now.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Listen, Crown is already, listen, I don't put ice in any, well, first off, Crown is a Canadian whiskey, all right? I don't put ice in any bourbon, rye, Scotch, Irish, none of it if it's not at least 100 proof, because ice makes the bourbon fall apart or the rye fall apart. So for me personally, I would never put ice in Crown because I think it's only 80 proof. Somebody let me know. I think it's 80 proof or something like that. So at that point, it feels like I'm drinking water. But can I tolerate Crown? Yes. If I'm at someone's house, they say, hey, X, I got Hennessy, I got Crown, or I got tequila. I'm going to be like, yeah, go ahead, pour up that goddamn Crown, sir. Just pour it up. Pour up the Crown, if that's all you got. Let's see. Okay, so Jeff says the Jackery 1000. You know what's so crazy is because Jackery offered to send me, I think they're 5,000 kilowatt unit. We weren't able to make that deal happen, but it looked like an interesting unit. The reason the deal didn't happen because I told them my price and they said no. Okay, so that's what happened with that deal. But the unit looked very interesting, and that's one of those, if you know how many kilowatts per day your entire house uses, a 5,000 kilowatt unit might run your house for 4 days during an emergency blackout situation, especially if you can couple that unit with like a 400 watt solar panels. You might be living a life of luxury during a blackout situation if you have a 5,000 kilowatt unit attached to your house. I don't have that type of power. I have really big batteries, which would allow for me to just kind of run my house. When we have blackouts in the X household, everybody can use their devices like normal. We still have Wi-Fi because we're on fiber, so the internet doesn't go out. I just have to keep my Wi-Fi router going, so my kids stay off my freaking neck, okay? And we keep TVs running. Well, we keep one TV running, not all of them. We keep all my refrigerators running. We keep tablets are going. Like, we're going to be comfortable. So that's just for me personally, though. What's the equation you had for prep spending? 25% of your pay, I think, or was it 20%? So what I like to do is I like to spend no more than 2 hours of your pay on a particular item, right? So if let's just say, for instance, you want to get a trauma kit for the very first time. Well, you got a couple of options that you can do. You can go get yourself like a UMG trauma kit, where those kits are very nicely made. They're super freaking dope, but they're expensive, right? So if you're going to go out there and you're like, okay, I want to go get myself like a MyMed kit or a trauma kit or an 1110 kit or something like that. Those kits can be, depending on if it has an Israeli bandage inside, if it has a SWAT tourniquet or a regular tourniquet or whatever, it could be $100. And if you make $50 an hour, then you're like, screw it, whatever, I'm going to buy it. But that may not be something that you're comfortable with. But if you're like, hey, you know what, I'm going to try for the first time to get a med kit. Maybe I'm willing to spend for a IFAC, an individual first aid kit. I'm going to spend 2 hours of my pay. I make $20 an hour. I'm going to spend $40. So that's how I like to do it, because you may not know how much prepping you want to do. If you want to get yourself some emergency water, maybe you say, I'm going to spend 2 hours of my pay on some water. That's it. That's all I can do this month. That way, if you don't like prepping, if you think it costs too much, you're not going to get a lot with 2 hours of your pay, but at least you didn't spend too much of your time. I would never suggest like 20% of your paycheck, because I mean, if you make $3,000 every 2 weeks and you spending $600 on prep stuff, then sir, you got that long money, man. You got that long money to spend on prep. Jeff says Generac or propane. So for me, it just depends. Generac on propane. So for me, my emergency preparedness, propane is a part of it, but it's not the main component. For instance, warmth. So I had, specifically when I bought this house, I wanted the main fireplace to run off natural gas, so that when we have a power outage, we can still sit in anywhere in our house where there's a fireplace. It still works, right? Because wood burning, I understand how that works, but you got to acquire the wood. I might have to go outside and split the wood, because I have a guy that I think he drops off a cord of wood, or maybe a half a cord every season, but it's not completely split down. So I might need to take a hatchet out there, or maybe send my daughter out there with a maul and have her split the wood. It's just too much. All right. So me personally, I like to use, for sustained heat purposes, natural gas. But a lot of like my generating, keeping things running, all that stuff is working off solar generation. So let's see. Caleb said he bought a Secret wallet not too long ago. You should do a review on it. You're really enjoying it. So here's the thing about me doing wallet reviews. I like doing them, but I particularly don't normally buy them. What I normally would do is, if the company wants to send me a wallet, I think the Secret or Sacred, however you pronounce it, I know they're made in the Netherlands. Are they made in Holland? Are they Dutch? I think they are, right? But so for those wallets, if they wanted to send me one out to check out, I would. But that's not something I would probably run out and acquire. You know, it's like $100, $155. It's not super expensive, but they really remind me of the Esker wallets, and I have several of those. But if they ever reached out to me and say, X, we want to send you a wallet, you're going to love it. The thing I tell companies is, you know, we can work out a deal where I do paid content for you. And I've done paid content for like the watch that I'm wearing. I've done paid content with EcoFlow and with Blue Eddy, a lot of different companies. And I always disclose that whenever it's paid content. And then I'll tell a company, you don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to give me a dime. You're more than welcome to just send me the item. And if I like the item, I may make a video about it. There's been tons of companies that have just sent items out to me and I explored them and I ended up liking them. So this is my ethics statement. Whenever a company wants to work with me, this is available for anybody to check out. If I have a mod in chat, you can paste this in chat, themarinex.com/ethics. And basically what this says is I prefer not to get free shit. But if you want to send me free stuff, I don't owe you any content. And I just explain how I like to work. If you're going to send me something, these are companies that have all agreed to this ethics statement. Nutsack, Ver, GoRuck, Montana Knife Company, Kubi, Benchmade, Olight. All of them have agreed to my ethics statement. There's been a lot of companies who do not agree with my ethics statement. They're normally Chinese companies. Almost all the American companies are like, hell yeah, I agree with this. We like the transparency. So if Secret or Sacred were to reach out to me, want to send some stuff out to me, absolutely. Absolutely. I would check it out. And if I was like falling in love with it, then that's what I would end up making content about it. That's kind of what ended up happening with the Dango wallets. So when Dango sent me out my first wallets, they reached out to me and they sent me a wallet. They sent this wallet particularly. And I appreciate that, Mike and Ike's. So when they sent this wallet out to me, I didn't intend to do any content about it, and I liked it. Other than the fact it's big as fuck. Other than that, I liked it. And I did content about it. So that's how it ends up happening a lot, where your product may get featured if you just send it my way. You never know. See, Piranha carries one too. See, that's what I'm saying. So I'm seeing he seconded, right? So I had one person propose it and then Piranha seconds it. So that's something I might need to check out overall. Gotta relight my stuff. Give me a second. Ladies, entertain them real quick while we relight this shit. Appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button real quick.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, ladies, get off that pole. Get off that pole and wipe yourself down. I might need you later on. I appreciate you kicking the door in, though. So let's see. He says, thank God Data Crew is safe in L. I wonder what that's in reference to. Data Crew sent me stuff as well. Data Crew, I think that he's been busy working on new products. I wonder what he's dropping for 2025. I'm kind of curious about that. Tanner says, yo, just joined up 10 degrees here. Bruh, 10 degrees? You can keep that temperature. It's pouring snow. We're out here mining in this cold for everyone to keep electricity for my ass in the truck right now, sir. First off, thank you for out there making it happen, man. That is a tough ass temperature. Bro, that's tough, man. Do y'all still take canaries in the coal mine with y'all? Are you in West Virginia? Is that something that still happens? Like, are y'all still taking canaries out there to let you know if the oxygen levels have dropped too low and y'all need to get y'all's asses up out of there? That's what I'm curious about. Listen, I commend y'all, man, because y'all are out there mining that rare earth stuff. Let me tell you something. Trump has an idea, right? Trump wants Greenland. And me personally, you know what I'm saying? The Dutch are not about to give up Greenland. They're not about to give up Greenland. But I will say this, that if we get Greenland, then I'm going to have to pull up real quick. I'm pulling up real quick, man. I got to.
Come on, man.
Greenland is 3 times the size of Texas and only 57,000 human beings live there. It is very unexplored. I'm assuming I can go out there. It's going to be cold as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I might have to pull up one time for a little vacation. I might have to pull up one time for a little vacation. Have you checked out the Alpha 1.9er Pathfinder or Evade 1.5 backpacks? I haven't heard of the Evade 1.5. The Alpha 1.9ers are great. I've never actually physically gotten my paws on beyond like touching one at a shop. But we're going to do a field trip on your Evade. Hold on. Field trip. Let's see. Evade 1.5 backpack. The Alpha 1.9er, yeah, absolutely. Oh, so they're both by Alpha 1.9er. Okay. So the Alpha 19er Pathfinder I've seen before. I've never heard of the Evade. Let's check out the Evade real quick. So the Evade is $235. The price doesn't scare me because I need to know more. 500D. Oh, sir, they got a multi-black. Oh my God, sir, they got a multi-black. Let me tell you something. If you want a direct line to my damn scrotum, show me some multi-black, sir.
Pause.
Okay, show me some multi-black, and there's a chance that you're gonna make me fall in love. So I like that a lot. I like the build of this. It looks, it's a, how big is this bag? It looks like a 21 liter. I'm not seeing the specs jump out at me. Pre-order November 2024. Someone either drop in chat what the specs are. Oh, it's 25 liters, 25 liters. Okay. So it's a 500D. I wonder if it's 500D everywhere. It has a 630 HD 12 bottom. Oh no, the bottom is 1050D. Okay, so that's great. Ballistic nylon bottom, which means you can throw it on the ground. Sir, I am kind of liking the way this looks. I like this quick access pocket at the very top right here. I like this. What is this pocket at the bottom? Okay. So you can throw stuff in the front that you need. Looks like it has a little holder. Oh, man, Mike and Ike's. Sir, I'm liking the way this looks, man. I don't need another bag, though. I don't. But this is like very interesting looking. Put an S for smash or a P for pass in chat. What do you think about this? S for smash, P for pass in chat. Can I get some more photos of the inside of the bag, like the main compartment? There we go. Okay, here's my first negative. Right here, that space in front of the laptop holder. I wish they made that hook panel, a loop panel rather, excuse me. So that way, if you have like some hook and loop accessories, you can just throw those right in front of the laptop compartment and they won't go anywhere. But I love the fact that the interior of it is like a color, so that if you're trying to stare at this on an airplane and you're looking downward, it's a little bit of color so you can kind of see your items a little bit. But look at that. Look at the way they did that detailing. And it has a water bottle pocket. Can the water bottle pocket hold a Nalgene bottle? That's something I'm worried about. Look at those zippers. YKK zippers look really beastly. I'm seeing a lot of S's in chat. Bro, I like this bag. It has elastic cord attachment, so I guess if you want to cinch it down a little bit more. Yeah, I like this, man. We're gonna save this. We're gonna save this. I haven't checked it out, but the price point is what, $235, I think is what it said. I like that. I like the way that looks. We're gonna save that. Let's put it on my discoveries tab, because right now my primary bag, I've gone back to the Brown Buffalo Conceal Pack 21. This is what I'm going to take with me to SHOT Show. And so, well, maybe I will take this to SHOT. I don't know. I have to think about it. I don't know if I'm going to take a camera bag to SHOT Show or if I'm going to take a traditional bag. But multicam black, you got me. You got me, bro. If you offer multicam black accessories, DOP kits, laptop holders, whatever, there's a high likelihood that you're going to grab hold of me. And for me personally, it just does something to me. It doesn't really serve too much functionality. I understand they came out with it for like advertised purposes and to give another different type of tactical look, but I like that. That shit looks nice. Let's see. Check out the Kershaw Lincoln 20 CV, the Tiger Stripe Damascus. Okay, so I have the Kershaw Link. I didn't know that they made it. Field trip. Let's see. Kershaw Link 20 CV. I did not know. You said it is Tiger Stripe as well? Hold on. Let's look that shit up. So you're saying that we can get ourselves a little Kershaw Link Tiger Stripe. $124, 20 CV. Here's the thing why I don't carry the Kershaw Link a lot is because it's a flipper. And I have a Kershaw Link. I appreciate the fact that this is Crucible still. Crucible just filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I'm hoping that someone buys them, because this happened in like 2008. They filed Chapter 11, and they were purchased by a company out of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm hoping somebody purchases them again. But I don't know if I like the actual tiger stripe on the blade itself. Like, it looks a little bit too, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't look, it's not getting grandpa excited. It's not getting grandpa excited. I like the fact it's made in the USA though. Like, I really like the fact that it's made in the USA. But the blade, I don't know if it's doing it for me. Do I know about, are you talking about, is it ARM Knives? Is that auxiliary manufacturing, or is that somebody else? Field trip, ARM Knives. Does ARM stand for auxiliary manufacturing? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It stands for Northern Arm. Is this it right here? Or is it somebody else? Arm Knives. Let's go to their Instagram. I don't think I've heard of them. Let's go to armknives.com. And while that's pulling up, let's go to their, I don't think I've heard of them. This is Kitchen Cutlery, or is it somebody else? Japanese Knives. I don't know if that's it. This must be it right here. No, this is Amazon. Interesting. Yeah, let me know exactly, because I might be looking up the wrong thing. Let me know which one it is. Let me know which one it is. Congratulations on 100,000. I'm chasing the 10th of your success, my guy. Hey, listen, Mikey Daily Care, you're gonna get there, man. For me, it was 4 years and almost 800 videos.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
A lot of work, bro. You know, it took me so long because I didn't really want to niche down too much. And so for me personally, the reason that it was kind of like a grind for me is because I was really focused on just kind of pumping out the content I wanted to do. And so a lot of that leads to maybe not necessarily always getting exactly what you want to. But the first video that I pumped out, I need to do a video on them again. I did a Diamondback HD cover. This video, I still have the camera I used to do this video. It's a horrible sounding and looking video. Let me just look for a couple seconds of it. Just
Seats here drilled through the cover by the manufacturer.
I mean, like, it's a let me go to the very beginning. This is how you know I've been doing this for a minute. Look how short my locks are in this damn video, bro. It's been a grind.
On YouTube, let me tell you something. If you're interested in getting this cover and you still haven't pulled the trigger, and if it's not just because of price, then you're sleeping on something. Let me show you something real quick. I have got this Diamondback HD cover.
So the thing is that I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but the crazy thing about this is that I filmed this with the Sony A5000. I bought this camera in 2014 from a 16-year-old who he wanted to sell the camera. His dad drove him into a Best Buy parking lot. He sat in the car. I got out the car, bought this thing for $200, I think, or something like that. Maybe I spent $250. I still have the camera to this day. I'm not going to get rid of it because this is what got me started with YouTube. It still is really good for photography. It's not the best for video work, but it's still a great camera for YouTube thumbnails, for taking photos of the family. I've gotten some fantastic photos with this camera. You can get these on eBay for like $200, easy. And you can still film YouTube videos with this thing. Just get yourself a good lens. Like, this lens is OD, obviously, this the Sigma 16mm. But I absolutely love the fact that, you know, or just use your iPhone or your Google Pixel phone, whatever the hell you got. But absolutely, man, if you want to make this type of content, bro, you know what I'm saying, just go for it. But I'm not going to get rid of that camera because that's what started this YouTube shit. Now I got cameras that are probably like literally 10 times the value of that camera, maybe 20 times the value of that camera. But it is what it is, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'll be at SHOT Show last day. Hope to meet you there. X, how did you get in, Mikey Daily Carry? Are you affiliated? Did you get there with a company or did you get a media pass? Because me personally, I guess maybe, I think you live in the Vegas area, right? I think if I lived in Vegas, I would just go to SHOT Show and see if I can go as an attendee. But I'm not going to go from Dallas to Vegas and hope that I can get into SHOT Show. That's not going to happen. No. Nah, that's not gonna happen. Because if I get there, spend this money, I go up there, I'm traveling by myself. Me and Mrs. X can't go because we got 5 fucking kids. Getting a babysitter for 5 kids is not an easy task.
Hey, bro,
okay,
come on now, dog.
it's not easy.
Come on, man.
Clayton, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. It's a thank you for the appreciation. Thank you, appreciate your love for Italy. No, I'm not in Florence. I'm in, is it Trieste? Bro, I can't pronounce shit, bro. I got 2 master's degrees, bachelor's degree. I teach for colleges. I'm so bad at pronunciations. It's on the eastern border. Okay. One thing I will say about Europe is y'all's train systems are so dope. When we go to Italy, we stay in Rome and we just take the trains everywhere. Take bullet trains all over the country. Way faster than driving, way more reliable. Everything is fantastic. Let's see. I got admitted into SHOT Show 2014 because we sold many designs to All Star Tactics. See, there you go. See, it's like I love the exclusivity of SHOT Show. I think it's gonna make me appreciate it more. SHOT Show is what, 9-10 hours a day. I intend to just walk my ass off, bring plenty of memory cards, talk to a lot of people, pass out business cards, all that good stuff. And I maybe do a little bit of gambling at night. Do you have a video for a get home bag? Yeah, I do. If you just go to Marine X, if you go to my channel and you type in get home bag, it should be tons of them that come up there. Some of them I've made myself. Some of them are like pre-packaged, like where you can just kind of buy them and see if it's going to be worth it for you. But as soon as you type in, just type in Marine X to get home bag, the one that I did 3 years ago, which I need to update because the video was decent, but the music was too loud. I'm real critical of my videos. The music was too loud. I don't like it, but you know, over 200,000 people have watched it. So it must not be that goddamn bad. Okay. What's so crazy is that a year ago, I did an urban get home bag for a buddy. This second thumbnail, that's not even my get home bag. That's a get home bag I did for my buddy. And people love that video. And it's not even my bag. I made it for somebody. But I definitely need to do a new get home bag. See these get home bags that I've done? These are too tactical for me nowadays. I don't want a get home bag that has outboard molly anymore. So I definitely have updated my get home bag to have something a little bit more muted. So I definitely going to be, I'm going to update this. I'm definitely going to update this because it deserves to have some new content on that. I appreciate that. I have a few knives, but man, I don't think I have a 10th of what you have. Let me tell you something. Bruh. So I normally would do a YouTube garage yard sale every now and again. And what that is basically I will come on, I'll do a video and I'll just list a bunch of stuff. I know a lot of content creators use Whatnot, the auction system. It's a little too stressful for me. Maybe I'll do Whatnot one day. Maybe I won't. I know that Neves Knives does it. I know the Max Level EDC does it. And it's a great concept. But I like to just make a video, slow down, take my time, not be interrupted by the family, whatever. And I try to keep myself to owning no more than 50 knives at a time.
Hey,
I know.
Bro, come
listen,
on
no,
now,
listen.
Come on, man.
I know that sounds like a lot, but for me, the reason that I have so many, because I mean, companies send them, but I also purchased a lot myself, and I want to be able to just keep myself at that amount, and it kind of just makes me always flush out old knives. Like these knives I'm gonna be giving away on my 100,000 subscriber live stream, which I haven't scheduled yet. Those they literally cannot fit in my storage anymore. So I keep my stuff in a Home and Hadfield box right here, the Armada, the biggest one that they make. This is the biggest storage solution that they have. It's completely full. And so I won't, because I refuse to overstuff it or whatever, it just forces me to sell knives. So that's kind of like my normal approach for that. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're doing it wrong, sir. Go ahead and If you got an Instagram, you should make sure you follow your boy. Okay?
What? Bro, what are you talking about,
I'm
man?
just saying, make sure you follow your boy if you got an Instagram. All right, we would appreciate that. I'm trying to get to 5,000 by March. We'll see how that goes. So let's see. Cheap shit ain't good shit, and the good shit ain't cheap, says 1800 collect. So you might have a good head on your shoulders, but sometimes cheap shit can be good, bro. Sometimes cheap shit can be good. Example, Milwaukee Fastback, the utility knife, is cheap. You can get a Milwaukee Fastback for less than 20 bucks. Go to Home Depot, buy one on Amazon, whatever. And a Milwaukee Fastback is something I grab if I'm going to be doing some shit around my house and I don't want to gunk up my knife. Cutting felt, cutting tape, cutting stuff that's near glue, like chemicals and stuff like that. It does what I need to do. But if I'm going to be like going here and there, if I'm going to different tabs, I'm not going to get a fast. So I 100% agree with you, right? Now, if you're talking about bourbon, you're 100% right, because I have not found too many. I know some cheap bourbons and ryes, but I'm really particular about the shit that I drink, mainly because I only drink like once a month. So if I'm drinking once a month, I want the drinking experience to be nice. If I'm gonna drink once a month, I'm gonna have 6 ounces of something. So I'm gonna have like 3 drinks. I don't want it to be 3 drinks of some shitty bourbon or shitty rye. I ain't about that shit. Adventure 50 outside. I appreciate you, man. I see you outside, man. It's 20 degrees here in Cincinnati. I am over it, man. Young girl, keep it coolin'. You don't like the cold? I mean, you're getting plenty of cold in Ohio. Hey, Semper Fi, I see you outside. Appreciate you kicking the door in as well. Also, finally got a butane insert for my Zippo. Amazing decision. Now, here's the thing. All of my lighters that I use have butane inserts. Okay, a lot of times people watch my videos or whatever, they'll see me lighting a cigar with a Zippo, and they will literally say X. They'll say you're not a true cigar smoker. You're supposed to use a match. You're supposed to use butane. And every single one of these have butane inserts. None of them are using Zippo fuel. These are both Zippo. This is by a company called Vector, one of their competitors, but they all have butane inserts. So yes, 100% agree. It still evaporates, but it doesn't evaporate as fast as Zippo fuel. Also, Zippo fuel makes your cigars taste like shit, so you shouldn't use Zippo fuel anyways. But I agree with you. Make sure that you are rocking butane inserts in that stuff. Mossberg 590 or a Remington 870. I mean, I can only tell you. So my bird gun's a Remington, and my home defense gun is a Mossberg. I guess for me personally, it's going to be, I would go to a gun range, Evan, rent both, and then take it out to shoot it. See which one feels better to you. Which one has less kickback, which one feels better in the shoulder, which one feels good when you're holding it in front of your body before you pull it up and put it in your shoulder. I will make the decision on that. Or you can just make the decision on price. Both of those are great companies. I only have experience with the customer service with Mossberg. It was really good. And I've never had any experience with Remington specifically. Mikey Daily Carey likes the birds. Aren't you in Vegas? Why are you a fan of the Eagles? I'm confused about that. How about the Redskins tray? Listen, Redskin faithful, I would do a tray. If you purchase one of my trays and you want the logo to be different in the middle, I'll do whatever y'all want. Y'all are OG subscribers to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Daily Carey, Redskin faithful, Anthony Rodriguez. Y'all are some OGs, man. Water filtration system for the go bag. So I don't have a water filtration system in my go bag, but if you want to know, like the ones I trust the most are SAR, S-A-W-E or S-A-W-Y-E-R. They make some good water filtration systems. Whatever you do, I prefer the water filtration system that I can filter the water once I'm sitting down. I know you can get live straws, but those type of things depend on you putting your mouth to the water source, which is cool. But I prefer to sit down, filter the water, back flush the water system. SAR makes great system for back flushing the system. You don't have to back flush until you put like 100 gallons of water through it. So they last a long time. They're not expensive. So I have kits in my bags. but I don't have like a tire loadout system or anything like that. New to the channel, but about 2 weeks, and I didn't know you go live on late shows. Love the channel, says Bobby. Yeah, I used to do a Man Cave Monday every single Monday. Every single Monday, religiously, I did a Man Cave Monday. I kind of stepped away from that, mainly because I need to plug myself in a little bit more here at the house. And Man Cave Mondays started at like 1900, 2000, and I would go for like 3 hours. So I'm missing bath times. I'm missing bed times. Mrs. X is inside cooking dinner. It's a lot going on, right? And I normally would come in the house a little tipsy, and she got to work. I'm getting all handsy with her, you know. So I stepped away from Man Cave Mondays. But it is my intention to come back, Man Cave Mondays, Mantuary podcast, bring those back in a different variation. So definitely looking for that. Let's see. I need an EDC tool organization workbench. If you had to choose one, would you get a 72-inch as a one and done, or would I get something else? Mike and Ike's is wondering. So I would probably do the 72-inch. I'm trying to see if I can pull up my camera here and show you some I don't know if this camera's going to participate. Let's see if this camera participates real quick, man. So it might not participate. I prefer to do a 72-inch option. No, it's not going to participate. Hold on, give me a second. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. All right, there we go. So that workbench right there is 72 inches. That's a 72-inch Husky workbench. It's right underneath my coffee mess. And right next to it is a 62-inch workbench. All right. Now, the thing about this is, if I had to choose one of the two, I would probably get the 72-inch workbench, because the 72-inch workbench by Husky can fit my tools and my EDC equipment all in one if I wanted to. Okay. The reason I have to is that white workbench is full of nothing but tools and household crap. So come-alongs, sockets, sawzalls, routers, all sorts of shit tool related. And this workbench is full of YouTube cameras, like wallets, fixed blade knives, because those don't fit in my storage unit, all that type of stuff. So each of them serve a different purpose. But if I had to go with one, if it was like X, you got to choose one, you make a decision, it would probably be the 72-inch. And let's put the color back on my skin, because I shouldn't look like that. So give me a second. But that will be what I would go with. And let me add the color back to my skin. There we go. So that would be my decision point. I would just go 72 and be one and done. True Budget EDC. Hey, appreciate you kicking the door in, and thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Coming through with the 5 gifted motivation exceed, sir. Coming through with a good head on your shoulders. We appreciate that, man. Absolutely. So, ladies, let it be known we appreciate that, okay? Make sure you say thank you if you got gifted a sub. It gives me a second to relight my shit. Hey, I appreciate that. Ladies, get off the pole. Ladies, get down. I might need you later, but you gotta go. Boker. Listen, Boker's making some dope stuff. We're gonna have to look this one up because I've never heard of it. And a DAC 19 Streamlight Wedge Bronze. Oh my God. Let me tell you something, Bobby. I grabbed the Streamlight XT and I put it in my pocket today, right? But right next to it was the Streamlight Wedge in purple. Oh my gosh. You don't understand how much I love the Streamlight Wedge in that purple color. That shit gets Grandpa excited every single time. Hey, appreciate it, David. Says Smoking Hot Wife. Yeah, man, we pick them around here. just starting the stream, and I gotta have the notifications on. You know, I gotta do better about scheduling them as well, AC, to be honest with you. So like my 100,000 subscriber celebration or whatever the hell I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna schedule that out. I don't have a day picked out yet or whatever, but I'm gonna schedule that out and give it and promote the shit a little bit on Instagram, maybe promote it in a video or whatever, give more opportunity. Because when I do a giveaway, I want people to have the opportunity to actually be here and to participate in the giveaway. Hey, Jesse, thanks for kicking the door in as well. I hope you're doing well. Mike and I, hey, make sure y'all follow him. He dropped the link, you know what I'm saying? And True Budget said he subbed. Just sub to Mike. Just sub says cool. True just sub. All these different stuff. It says, David says, hey, X, what are the thoughts on the Vodsteed mink fixed blade knife? Field trip. I know we mentioned that Boker. Let me look at this Vodsteed. Vodsteed mink. Is that what we called it? The Vodsteed mink fixed blade knife. Here's the thing, is that the Nitro V blade steel, I've kind of enjoyed it for an EDC blade steel. So Vodsteed does a lot of Nitro V. Savivi does a lot of Nitro V blade steel. What would you equate Nitro V? I'm not a steel expert. I don't know what would you equate that to if you were looking at some type of American steel. I'm not sure. So Nitro V is very reliable for my everyday carry purposes. Cutting boxes, opening up packages, cutting zip ties, opening up brand new toys for my kids, doing stuff here in the man cave, that type of shit, right? But I don't know how it would work if I took it hunting with it. Is it gonna rust? What if I accidentally leave this blade outside overnight when I go hunting and the dude gets a hold of it? Am I gonna be disappointed the next day? I don't know how Nitro V can stand up outside in the weather. So that's the first thing. But here's the second thing. This knife is only $69. If you're trying to get yourself a fixed blade, it looks like it's going to be a little bit too big to actually put in your pocket, but you can probably wear this on your belt. Maybe you put this on your plate carrier if you're for rucking or whatever. Maybe you put this on your bag. This guy has it on the shoulder strap. That looks uncomfortable. But wherever you might want to carry it, right? So, I mean, it's $69. Kaiser used to have a whole lot of like more inexpensive knives. So if you want to just go, David, if you want me to go off of straight looks, it looks amazing. Like, I love the way this shit looks. This is an S for me. Like, if you want to just go straight off like vanity, like how do I think about the look of it? I think it looks dope, right? And for me personally, I've been kind of leaning towards finding a more cost-effective, like a cost-effective fixed blade, because some of the ones that I've been rocking and testing out, I've had a few of them. So here, the Stakeout, this is the new Stakeout. I think it's the Stakeout by Gerber. They came out with last week. This is a made in America Gerber, and it's rocking 420HC blade steel, which I know that Buck is really good at making 420HC their bitch with their heat treatment. Gerber, I haven't really tested this out hunting, because when I go hunting, I grab the same knives over and over and over again. By Montana Knife Company. They're reliable. They're Magna Cut. I don't have to worry about them outside. And I also grab a Benchmade full-size Adamas. So those are kind of like my go-to whenever I'm rocking those, right? So for me personally, I am used to those. But would it be something I would check out, the knife that you're talking about? This is a great knife as well. Maybe not as aesthetically pleasing as the mink that you talked about. The mink looks better. But the 420HC, I think, would hold up well outdoors. But if you want this just for, you know, having a fixed blade, yeah, I think that's something I would go with. Got some good bourbon here in Kentucky. Let me know if you have a hard time getting a bottle you would like, and I will send you some. Colin, send me an email, sir. You got a good goddamn head on your shoulders, bro. Colin, I'm gonna show you a bottle it's hard for me to get my hands on. I'm gonna show you a bottle it's hard for me to get my hands on. And a lot of times I end up having to kind of just like figure it out. So hold on, let me see if I can grab it. 1 second. So this is Sweetens Cove Tennessee whiskey. It is a mixture between Kentucky and Tennessee bourbons, and I'm almost done with it, and I'm very upset about that. Okay, I'm very upset about that. It is a fantastic bourbon. It's 110 proof, so if you don't like drinking shit like that, it might not be for you. But I'm nervous to finish it because I can't find bottles locally here in the Dallas Metroplex. But they have them, but a lot of these local liquor stores work off point systems, so they want you to buy a lot of bourbon or buy a lot of liquor, and then once you get so many points, you can buy the bottle that you want. Well, I don't buy a lot of bourbon, right? I might buy 3 bottles a year. That's not enough to me to make their reward systems. So yeah, you might have to send me an email on that one, because that might be something. If you can find a way to acquire the Sweetens Cove, that might be something I'll take you up on, because I'm always looking to get that. Build your own trauma kit. Pre-med kits are gimmicky. Yes, I would agree with that. There are some companies who are really knocking it out the park with some of these pre-med kits. UMG makes some great kits. Their baseline bag is VanQuest, and the shit they put inside is really good. He said, SWAT T tourniquet is the worst tourniquet ever made. It is the worst tourniquet ever made, unless you don't have a tourniquet on you, right? So I understand, especially for cat tourniquets, SWAT tourniquets. Whatever you do, don't get a no-name tourniquet that's not backed by a standard, right? So I know you can go on Amazon, you can get like 7 tourniquets for $14. Those might not be the tourniquets that are able to take you cranking down on a limb without snapping the tourniquet. And if you're bleeding out, you might want to be able to use an effective tourniquet. But I would trust True Budget, because I think you have a medical background, right? Hey, Chris Brown, appreciate you kicking the door in moderators and moderators, along with Mike and Ike. Y'all make it happen. I appreciate that. Let's see, 2 degrees at night where True Budget is, bruh. That's cold. That's cold. I've seen some S's in regards to that bag. S's in regards to that bag. He says S if I had the money. S if you had the money. I feel you. The Evade says so the Evade 1.5 comes in X42 X-Pack. Should be back in stock in February. I like X-Pack. The thing about X-Pack, no, not X-Pack. I'm thinking about AquaGuard zippers. I like the fact that they didn't put any of those zippers on that bag that we checked out, Mike and Ike's, because one thing I've noticed on some of my bags that have that zipper technology, that coating wears out over time. So some of that coating wears out over time. The blade link gives me the Beetlejuice. Yeah, I can understand that. That was it the Kershaw we were just looking at, Mike and I, or Mike Daly? I think it was the Kershaw, right? I'm an alpaca ambassador and have a lot of X-Pack bags. I switched to nylon. Yeah, and the thing is like, I think that the X-Pack bags are good for urban environments. So I'm an alpaca ambassador as well, and they offer to send me stuff a lot of times. I just don't want it because I'm not going to use it. I'm a big fan of alpaca's tech cases. Those things are great, but their actual bags, probably not so much. The most I would do X-Pack wise for a bag will probably be Able Carried. It makes a fantastic backpack. Brandon says, new supporter here, but have been addicted to your content for the last 2 weeks. So you got a good goddamn head on your shoulder, man. Okay. Good head on your shoulders. So we can appreciate that. I'm looking to seeing your SHOT Show coverage. You know what I'm excited about is a lot of times when SHOT Show happens, I don't see a lot of coverage other than articles. I don't see a ton of YouTube coverage. So I kind of want to see that as well. Wild Turkey 101, good bourbon. Man, that shit is good and it's affordable. That's the crazy thing, is because you can get yourself some Wild Turkey 101. They're readily available, at least here in Texas. And I have no issues just picking one up. Like me personally, I love Eagle Rare. It's hard for me to get my hands on Eagle Rare, but I'll get myself a Turkey 101, hands down. Let's see. Oh, you got gifted a sub. Hey, listen, all the folks that just got gifted a subs, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being goddamn, man. Okay, we appreciate that. We do appreciate that. No, sir. We're on a strip mine. Look up Cat 994 and Cat 789. That's what we're using. Okay, for Hissars, a Cat 789D. Field trip. Oh, oh my God. Look how big these vehicles are. Look how big this vehicle is. Is there a video? Can I see a video on this thing? This thing is humongous. Okay, I mean, we can do it out the explosions, but can I get a oh my gosh, let's kill the music real quick. Hold up. 789 Legacy. Look how big this thing is. I don't know if it's just like the young X from back in the day. Like these big things, these big old, I just want to ride in one of these one day. I just want to ride in one day. That thing is freaking humongous. God dang, that thing is big. Pause. Okay. Use a Cat D. Hold on, let me look up the other one. Let me look up this other one. Use a Cat D11 as well. Those are some big ass vehicles. Okay, so I see what that is. So that's a walk around video. Let me see this one real quick. Look at this earth mover. Like, look at these things. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I appreciate like y'all using that type of stuff. The people that can operate that type of HE equipment is crazy. Let's see. You got to make one of those for us ladies when you got to make one of those for us ladies when you do a purse review. Listen, I did a get home bag for my wife, right? I bought her a Gucci bag. I put some get home items inside of it, and she kept it as a get home bag. I would say she kept it for a get home bag for about 2 months.
Hey,
okay.
bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I put just stuff inside of there. I put a tiger claw inside. I put a little compass in there. I put a little Garmin satellite navigator. Just a few things that she can use to get home. And she was like, I love the bag. I want to fucking use it. Okay, I'm going to use the bag. All right, so now it's in a cheaper bag that we got from REI, but she still has the equipment. Let's see. Suggest a good bag to carry a collapsible rifle. Oh, 100%. You're gonna go with Eberly Stock's Fade line. Eberly Stock's Fade line, maybe like the 21 liter, or the Vertex Ready Pack 3.0. Those are gonna be like some of the best bags on the market right now for collapsible rifles. They're very inconspicuous, especially, or you can go with like the Vertex Ghost line. They just dropped both of those. I've done a video on the Vertex Ghost bag. You can check that out on my channel. The Eberly Stock bag. Jerry, thanks for joining the battalion. We appreciate that. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. The Eberly Stock Fade series, I'm looking at them right now. They sent me every single bag. I'm one human. I have one set of shoulders, so I haven't had the chance to test all of them out. I'll probably do a showcase video for Eberly Stock because they are stepping their game up. The price is right. They're undercutting 511 and they're undercutting Vertex, and they feel really, really good. So if you want to save money, get yourself an Eberly Stock. Sophia says, talk about the Bark River knives. I'll talk about them, but I got to look it up first because I never heard of it. Field trip. Let's look it up real quick. Bark River knives. So Bark River knives, semi-production cutlery. Okay, I like the vibe of the website. It gives me very like small batch made knives, not big production. Let's go straight to their EDC category. Let's see what they're working with. Magna Cut. Okay. I've never heard of these people. I wonder what their most popular knife is. So let's just, this is what we're going to do. Let me save them because their website needs a little bit more exploration for me because I can't sort these by most popular. I'm not seeing an option. No, I'm not seeing an option to sort these by most popular. So I want an opportunity to check that out. But thank you for bringing that to my attention. It gives me a chance to check that out. I do miss Man Cave Monday. I'm not going to lie to you, Redskin. I got to make those happen again as well, man. I'm super organized, all the other type of shit, you know. Do I have a plate carrier video, says Tanner? I don't. I'm looking at my plate carrier right now. It's right here. And my plate carrier is by Eagles Industries. I got it in 2014. They don't make this model anymore. They're American made. Mine has a lot of duct tape on the shoulder straps to make it more comfortable when I go rucking. But that's a good idea. I should do a plate carrier video. That is a very good idea. Let me mute myself and tell my video. So, all right. So tomorrow, 8 a.m., my Google's going to remind me to script out a video for that, Tanner. That's a good idea. I appreciate that. Big Idea Designs has an OD green Cerakoted lookout that just dropped. So Big Idea Design, they're also the creators. They're also the company that's behind Exclusive. And they make stuff for like Jeremy Sires and Best Damn EDC. They are dropping stuff all the time. So Big Idea Designs also runs this company called Exclusive, and they drop a lot of just specialty type of stuff. So like, let's say for instance, we go to Jeremy Sires category, and he has just a lot of different things. Like one of my cigar ashtrays, I got from his line. I think Big Idea Designs makes quality products, some fantastic products. They're making a lot of stuff out of Tennessee. The only thing, their marketing team, I think, needs to have a bigger backbone. They attacked True Budget EDC in one of my videos. They attacked his comment. I thought that was pretty trash. And then they made some trading cards that I thought was a little bit goofy. But I think that if we get past that, I do think that they make some decent stuff. Let's look up the product you just said, the Lookout Field Trip. So they got the USA Lookout fixed blade knife, $250, G10. The sheath looks amazing. Look at the sheath. I mean, the clip, this almost looks like they want you to carry this in your pocket. I would either get G10 or micarta. I would not get autumn. What is tiger wood? Stabilized wood. Okay, interesting. What is the blade? So the blade is Magna Cut. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, this is a price that I can say Big Idea Design. I know nothing about the knife other than what I just saw on the landing page. Looks like they hit this out the park. The price is competitive. They're right there alongside of TKL Knives, Tour Knives, MKC, Montana Knife Company. They're cheaper than the fixed blade knives coming out of Benchmade. So I like what they did here. So I can appreciate the fact that they didn't do their normal, like, overpriced designs. I'm going to save this because I didn't know that dropped. I appreciate that. Vodsteed makes some bangers. Oh, 100%. The Vodsteed, do they make the raccoon and the cub and the Thunderbird? All those are dope. If your Nitro V isn't coated, it will rust. Okay, so I would assume they put coating on that fixed blade. Dismatic. I'm assuming they put some coating on there, and it's going to take a while for that coating to wear away unless you work around a whole lot of chemicals, right? Better off to get the Becker BK14 if you want a hard use knife. Is the Becker by K-Bar? Field Trip. Let me see. Becker BK14. Yeah, it's by Amazon, right? I mean, Amazon. It's by K-Bar, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I see what you mean. So you can get it for $56. Okay. You can also, I mean, if you're going to spend that type of money, you might as, I would just get an SE, because at least with SE, you can change out the, this is an SE. K-bar SE? Wait, what is it? I'm confused. So it's a drop point. It's 1095C. So that's going to be good for outdoor use. It's only $60. It doesn't have scales, but I'm assuming you can buy scales and put it on it, right? I would hope you could buy some scales. And the sheath does not, is that a clip? What is that on the sheath? Interesting. Okay. Have you ever have Steel Austin? They have phenomenal bourbons. Their cast proof is insane. What's the proof on there? Cast proof is probably what, 120 proof at a minimum? I've never heard of them before, but it has to be at least 120 proof. Luke says, great channel X, appreciate you. Hey, Luke, thank you for stopping by, man. We appreciate that. Sophia says, Refuge Medical makes some good kits. Oh, field trip. Let's look that up real quick. Refuge Medical kits. So they make IFAKs. That's one thing I like to see. If you're going to make some med kits. Wait, what is this? Oh, Jewish. Okay. Got it. This is one thing I would say. Okay. I understand the folks that observe the Sabbath and all that other type of stuff, but I would still like to look at your website. Just don't let me order anything. Right. So like I buy a lot of stuff from B&H Photo and they observe the Sabbath as well. But what they do is they just see how it says at the top right here. It says checkouts will be available at 5:15 Central Time on Saturday. So they observe it. They just basically, you just can't order anything. They want fulfill your order, but you can still explore the website. So, you know, Refuge Medical, I appreciate your religion, you know what I'm saying? But you know, can I observe your website? I would appreciate that. Let's see. I'm a Spyderco guy. Got your eyes on any, or not really a Spyderco guy? Oh no. Let me tell you something, bro. I love the Spyderco PM2, the paramilitary 2. I accidentally got some listen, I was acid washing my pool and I used my Spyderco to open up a bottle of acid and I fucked up my tip. So like my PM2 is a little discolored. All right, I'm a little sad about that. But I love my Spyderco. My favorite is my Shaman. I also have a PM3 lightweight. I normally buy my Spydercos from the base website because they're tax free and I wait for them to go on sale. I'm looking to get myself a Mannix if I can get the opportunity. But it's not a priority for me. But that's the next thing I'm kind of zoomed in on right now is the Mannix. I don't want a lightweight. This is a Mannix 2 lightweight. I would prefer to get the normal Mannix. But that's something I've been looking at as well. But let me know like what Spydercos are you really messing with? Let me know which ones you're messing with. Let's see. Says I'll be okay. Most definitely. I got the let's see. Mikey Daily Carey says I got the USA and Chinese Lookout. It's honestly one of my favorite fixed blades. Ideal EDC fixed blades. Yeah, see, that's the crazy thing is because it's been really hard for me because before Montana Knife Company sent me a knife, I was purchasing fixed blades from Tops Knives, which, oh my gosh. Tops Knives quietly make some fantastic knives. They make great knives. I was buying knives from CRKT. They have some really good, like the CRKT Scribe. Very cheap. It's like $25. It's great for opening like packages. You can tape all over it. You don't care how gunked up it gets, all that type of stuff. And I was buying stuff from Essie. And then Montana Knife Company sent me the Blackfoot and they changed my life. Now it's just hard for me not to want to get myself a fixed blade that doesn't have Magna Cut or at least a super steel of some type. But I mean, this is like the thing I keep in my truck. $25. This thing is a fake carbon fiber. I think it's just like a I don't know what the scales are. It's just a carbon fiber print on there or whatever. But It's great. You can use this thing to open up shit. You don't care how gunked up it gets. I never sharpen it. It just sits there. It gets used all the time. D2 steel. I think this is a great value. This is a really good, like a true EDC fixed blade. I don't think it's full tang though. I think it's an illusion of full tang, you know. So but this is what I was kind of messing with. And the Essie Azula, the Kandaru, all that type of stuff. The Tops knives, Ferret. Those are like knives I was really messing with before I got the Montana Knife Company. And I still love the Ferret. The Ferret's a great knife. I bought this at a Blade Texas show 2 years ago, I believe. And the table price, so this is $155. I think on Amazon you can get it for like maybe $100, but I got it at a Blade Texas show for like $63. So it was a good price, and it was a nice knife. I mean, a decent sheath. It's really designed to be a neck knife. You can put an Alti clip on the sheath if you want to, but they make some really good knives. I don't know what blade steel is this. Specifications. So yeah, it's a 1095. So it's a good blade to take with you outside and all that other type of shit. It kind of works for all that. The Ferret fits in your hand, a true EDC knife as well. So I can definitely recommend those. I have the PM2 Rec exclusive. Oh man, that sounds dope. Like just the Rec. I don't need another PM2, but that Rec exclusive like kind of makes me want to take another look at it. I love the camo PM3 everyday carry. I love the compression lock. The compression lock is dope. Whether it's the PM2, the PM3, any of their other knives, I think the Shaman, all that, like that lock system is pretty dope. I'm not good at taking it apart. Like I take it apart and it's going to be a bad day.
Hey,
I don't put it.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Bruh, if I take that knife apart, I F it up every time when it's time to put the shit back together. Every single time when it's time to put it back together. It says, I use a sub 100 Gerber and a CRKT never let me down, but I also take care of them. Yes, this stakeout, this Gerber I showed you guys earlier is like $95. I think it should be $65. That's just my opinion, because its big brother is also $95. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense that, you know, whatever. But I mean, it's less than $100, and CRKT makes plenty of knives less than $100, especially you can get yourself like a squid. You can get like the, do they make the Pilar? Something like that. It says, I'm contemplating snagging the Overland Sport or the Overland by TJ Schwartz. Ooh, field trip. Let's see. Overland. What is it? Overland Sport. Let's look that up real quick. So $265. God damn.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What is it? Okay, let me just look at some of the specs about this real quick. The blade itself is Magna Cut. Well, there's the price. There's your price right there. They shouldn't present it the yellow one as the beginning. I guess they're all G10. G10, 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 G10. Or you can get a micarta. Is the micarta the same price? Yes, it is. Okay, so if I get an OD green, and I like how much you can customize it. Okay, so it fits in the pocket with an Alti clip. I don't know if I like the blade shape. It's almost a Spaeth type blade. I'm probably completely wrong about that. It's a little brother to the full size Overland featuring CPM Magna Cut. You can get a custom sheath color and the eyelet. Look at all this customization you can do and the price doesn't go up. So if I want an OD green scales, if I want let's do some brass collars. I want the blade finish to, you can Cerakote it in green. Okay, Cerakote green. And I want the kydex to just be black, the eyelets to also be black. It's still $265. Okay, I can appreciate that customization. I'm gonna save this. The fact that I just clicked all that shit and it stayed the same price, I can appreciate stuff like that. Let's see. I'm not willing to take apart. I would lose my mind trying to put it back together. Yeah, the new Manix 2 is fire. I saw Neve's Knives feature it, and ever since I text Jared when he featured it, I was like, bruh, that shit is so goddamn fire. Just realized we got the same brown buffalo bag. I got the matching dope kit Dop kit as well. Oh, so you got it from Huckberry when it dropped. See, Huckberry had an exclusive for this brown buffalo bag that I showed you guys earlier. And I got the original brown buffalo bag. I did a review on it and I liked it. I sold it in 2022 and I kicked myself in the ass ever since. I've been kicking myself in the ass ever since I sold my original brown buffalo concealed pack 21. And then I saw JB Outside. JB Outside, if you guys haven't heard of him before, you got to follow your boy. He grabbed this bag, and when I saw his video on it, I was like, oh, that's it. Brown buffalo. He did a video on this bag, and I was like, oh, there you go. This is what I need, because the he did a video on it. When I saw him do a video on it,
from the brown buffalo, this is the X50 multicam black conceal 21 liter backpack.
And the crazy thing is, he's a pilot. I don't know what airlines he works with, but obviously he travels a lot, right? And because he's a pilot, he's always testing his bags. How do they travel through the airport? Do they fit in certain pilot areas, wherever the hell they can put their shit? And when I saw his video on it and I saw this multicam black, I went and checked out immediately. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I checked out immediately because I did an original video on it. And I just missed it. And I sold it to a guy locally here in Dallas on Craigslist. And the thing is, I did a lot of it. I think I did like 3 videos on this thing. The thing was fantastic. And so I'm not giving this one up. It doesn't matter how many other bags I'm sent, you know, I'm not going to give this one up. You know, I learned my lesson. Hold on to the shit that you like. You know, don't let it go and all of that good stuff. So I feel you on that, bro. Brown buffaloes is something I can easily recommend. Having the physical or rec store near me is terrible for my wallet. Let me tell you something. When you have a physical store that you like Montana Knife Company did a mixer. They did a happy hour at a Yeti store. Bruh. I walked out with a Go box. I walked out with some cup holders for my Go box. Some straps. I think Yeti had just bought Mystery Ranch, so they had some Mystery Ranch bags in there. I didn't buy any. But having physical stores too close to you is just like, it's a wrap. I just bought some Thursday boots, right? I bought some a few months ago, but near me is the Red Wing, the boot company or whatever. It's like one literally 5 minutes away from my house. Being too close nearby is just like, okay, I need to slow my roll a little bit. I got to slow my roll a little bit because I definitely will get caught up and not even realize it. Guys, listen, hit the subscribe button. If this is your first time, I appreciate y'all kicking with me once again. It is time for me to bounce myself up out of here, man. I gotta go. I gotta go to the upper room, man.
That upper room, nigga.
Yes.
The upper room.
We appreciate y'all. We will speak soon.